Hello, welcome back. I am Darcy Darkness, and this is Confessions from the Darkside. How are you on this wonderful community? And it's Confessions from the Cranky side again. Yes, that's what we're just going to call it every time I have a rant or go off on a tangent about things. And I'm going to get the disclaimer out the way before we discuss what we're going to talk about. We are full of so much adult content that some of you may think it is unnecessary, and some may think that this isn't needed. If you are one of those people, then thanks for checking us out. But I will say this only once. If you can't stand the hate, then get the fuck out of my kitchen. Now, for everyone else who likes what we have here, then regular scheduled programming will continue. Shall we get started, and are we ready? Well, what are we covering today? So right now, this week in Las Vegas is CinemaCon. And yesterday we found out many, many different things about up-and-coming movies, old franchises, reboots, things being delayed and pushed back into basically let other movies have a chance to flourish at the box office. A few years back, during the time when the earth stood still and we were all stuck at home, we had technology stuck to us. As we had nothing really else going on, a certain actor took to social media to tell us that he would be playing McLeod in Highlander. Yes. And who is this actor? Why, it's Henry I throw toys out the pram Cavill when I can't get my own way. Yes, the man who has had somewhat of a good career over the past 20 or so years and has managed to make a career out of being the unluckiest man in Hollywood. Unlucky by his own terrible choices on and off screen, yet over the years has played iconic roles at a subpar level. Come on, he's nothing special. He's played on his looks for all this time, and that, well, aren't what they used to be, are they now, Mr. Cavill? So, why all the hate? Okay. So, can anyone remember any actor that has managed to pull off a Scottish accent successfully who isn't Scottish already? Even though it's based on fantasy, I wouldn't say so. There's plenty of actors out there that could have pulled it off easy enough. We don't want to feel cringy as fuck watching this unfold before our eyes with a really terrible portrayal of a Scottish accent. Now, we've already had Mel Gibson in Braveheart, but he was actually not that too bad. But anyway, we're not talking about Braveheart, we're talking about Highlander. So, I have something to say. It's better to burn out than fade away. Henry said he loved these movies growing up because his older brother had a resemblance to McLeod, so to him it feels like he is Lambert's twin. Maybe not now, old man, but maybe in your younger days. I know he's only 40, but he literally looks like he's 60. So will he able to top the French actor who played McLeod, Mr. Christopher Lambert? Who was terrible with wielding the sword as he's partially sighted and was good, but could be well. If you need glasses to see and your character doesn't, you can see what I mean. But we loved him and he brought the movie to life and we loved it and we still love it. But it's still got some cringiness about it, but we'll let that slide. The theme song, Princes of the Universe by Queen, when soundtracks of movies gave you those goosebumps of fucking yas. Born to be Kings, we're the Princes of the Universe. Bloody amazing soundtrack. Can we keep it though for nostalgia? I heard there is a chance that they are keeping the original theme song. It would be really good if they actually did keep that to kind of tie in with the old movies, even though it is a reboot. So yes, maybe something good will come out of this. Maybe. So at CinemaCon yesterday, when the man himself took to the stage, and apparently everyone with a penis was like a crazy stan for him. Here is your fan base now, men who think you are a god, who want to be you, men who think you can do no wrong. How we all know that is creepy and cringy all at once. Beware Henry Cavill fans 2.0, he may come back at you in a few years and tell you all to fuck off as he did in 2021 on his social media. When, well, you went from happy-go-lucky guy to a veil slipped and you showed your true self. Was the world ready to see this? No. Did they? Yes. And it's still ongoing. He's been known to be problematic in the industry for minor and childish reasons, which again are brushed under the carpet. Guy's only after your wallet, meaning does he actually care about his roles, or is it like one of his old interviews where he claimed he's only in it for the money and the lavish lifestyle, not about perfecting his craft and becoming a better actor in person? No, it's all about the money. How shallow of him. Although this honesty is a very red flag, isn't it? So yes, I have bashed him quite a lot, but not in any way that he seems to have done to himself. So back to CinemaCon, he spoke about the promotion of his new film, though, with Guy Ritchie, the one about World War II. It's a tongue tie for me to even say the fucking title, but Henry Cavill, fanboy, totally has a hard on for Guy Ritchie. I'm really not sure where they both end and start. His Henry seems to be so far up his arse that he may need to be surgically removed at some point. I get it, guy saved you after the Witcher fiasco that I doubt anyone will ever know the exact reason is it similar to the movies of the past, where you've walked out merely days before recording, starting a movie your production company was involved with due to conflicts of interest, meaning he couldn't get his own way and spat the dummy out. As we would say here in Scotland, what a dafty. I hope for future projects he can be professional and be an adult and do what he's paid to do, which is read some words and do it well in Scottish, no less. He told a very excited audience about when he read the script that people have said it's John Wick with swords. Now, come on, John Wick is a trained assassin and he has used swords in the movies, many of the movies, and he uses everything as a weapon. So what the actual fuck? Have you even seen these movies, people? The quote from the man himself yesterday at CinemaCon is, "If you thought you'd seen me do sword work, then think again." Well, no, we haven't, since you have gone from Giga Chad bulky muscle. You have gone now to lean to zero. You really think you can wield a sword as McLeod did with that physique? Well, let's face it, his build is of a baby T-Rex, so no, there is not. So there is that. We get it, you love swords, don't we all? Being able to be cast in fantasy action type movies sounds like a dream, but I believe that this is only the start of a nightmare that will be the Highlander reboot. I'm not sorry for saying, but it's cringy. And yes, the director does awesome things in his universe that is John Wick. To make Highlander a mirror of the John Wick universe, it's just meh, honestly. To me, in all honesty, it is. Highlander is due to start his preparations this summer, and Cavill has said in chats with some people outside the actual conference itself, where he's speaking to people, that he's in training right now. Really? Because it looks like you're all talking no action. From the sad faces you pull when promoting when the cameras aren't on your face, you look like you need a nap and a hot meal. What type of training regime will we see for Highlander? Will it be similar to your men's health interview for The Witcher? The man gets more clicks for a PC build in his social media than he does for the things he is promoting. No doubt fans of his will gravitate over to Highlander because he knows that will happen. A chunk of his fans have moved from, he's went from doing little minor roles to being in the Tudors, where he obviously had a different fan base, and then he's went to Immortals, he did Superman, he was also in Numi, which is Night Hunter. Again, he was really good in that. Should do more movies like that, to be fair. And again, like I said, Superman, The Witcher, and he played a really good villain. Look, technically, I wouldn't say August Walker was a villain in Mission Impossible. He was portrayed as the villain, but if we're going down that route, then Ethan Hunt would be a villain, and what he does is a villain and villainous type behaviour. But I think he played a really good role of playing good guy, following the law, and also taking the law into his own hands. So again, could he be a good Highlander? Maybe, for the experience that he has in that genre. But it's the accent for me. Every time someone who's not Scottish has to play a Scottish person, it makes us die inside because we don't all sound the same. We don't. It's like everywhere. Everywhere has a different accent. Every place has a different accent. And with people, again, moving around a lot, people have different accents and they bring different accents to where they're from. So even with dialect coaches, I'm sorry, I don't think he can pull it off. I really, 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 really don't think he's going to be able to, and that is the cringiest part of it. I just don't like it when people try to be Scottish because it's terrible. Irish as well is terrible, and Welsh. So I don't have very much. I really just don't have any sort of positive or even positive outlook for him sounding like a Scotsman. I don't care if he has a Scottish relative, because I think people have kind of pushed on that as well. Having a Scottish relative from God knows how many moons ago doesn't mean that you're Scottish. So, do I want him to butcher a movie classic? No. Do I want to hear him try and be Scottish, even with dialect coaches? I won't hold my breath, thanks. Will I lose my shit every time the word lore comes out of his mouth? Maybe an eyeroll, and a loud one at that. Do we think that Cavill should go and do something else, maybe take an acting class or two to improve his skills? Yes, definitely. What are your opinions on him being in the Highlander reboot? Well, I think I've discussed that in full there because, well, I do voice my opinions here. Doesn't everybody? Isn't that what the internet is for? Who would you cast McLeod if you had the choice? Again, we have a lot of Scottish actors who could do it. You have like Richard Madden could have been a good one. He was in Game of Thrones, and he's no stranger to a sword. And you've also got Sam, is it Hewn? Or I can't pronounce his name. The guy that's in Outlander. He's Scottish, proud Scotsman. He could easily be McLeod. Was he even thought about? That's the thing. So these are the other two choices that I would definitely say would be great. I think if they did the Highlander reboot maybe 10 years ago, I think Jared Butler would probably be in that sort of kind of casting, because he would be in his 40s then. I really do think that Jared Butler would have been great as well, because he, again, is quite a bulkier guy and he could easily pull that off. And also he was in 300 and things like that. He's in a lot of action movies, and he obviously does a lot of stunts as well. I know Henry does lots of stunts, and he's really, really into, what is it, Wolfgang guy that does all the stunts. He's done the stunts for Mission Impossible and also the first season of The Witcher, and I think the third season of The Witcher as well. Yeah, I think he was in the third season too. So I think, yeah, he can do his stunts, but again, it's a Scottish, it's all to do with being Scottish basically, and just it's cringy as fuck, man. Just leave it at that. Do you think reboots need to stop? Yes, I really fucking do. This year and probably for the next few years, we're going to get a few reboots from different universes. It just shows you how bad they are at writing things if they can't actually write anything new. Hollywood needs a shake-up, and they need new writers, and they need new everything. They just need a complete fire sale. Everything must go and basically start from the ground up, because there's a lot of shit happening, nothing to do with the movies and things, and it's not helping any movies, to be honest. So I think we need to go back to the drawing board. Try and get some new ideas, new life. Stop rebooting shit. Stop taking things that people literally have grown up with, and pretty much just stop. What fantasy roles do you think Henry would be great in? And again, some people don't like him as The Witcher. The story just went a wee bit haywire, I think. Again, differences of lore and differences of writing, and I wouldn't be happy either with the way the story goes, or his story has went. I haven't even watched season 3, don't even want to. I think with him doing Warhammer, if that actually comes into fruition, if he still is on board, then he will enjoy doing that, because it's something that's a hobby of his. But it'd be nice to see him in something in a smaller role, maybe if he did get to maybe be behind the camera, because I think that's the way he wants to kind of go down that route. I think most actors go down that route when they get to a certain age. They don't want to be in front of the camera, they want to be behind the camera, and they want to know how things work and how to do things. And I think that's why he is so far up Guy Ritchie's arse, to be honest, because he wants to be a similar actor and positive, basically, behind the camera person like he is, because he does have his own way, and I think that's why he does spend a lot of time and has enjoying working with Guy Ritchie right now. So I think if he could find a script, or if he's capable of writing his own script that's not a reboot or an absolute wash of plagiarism, like a lot of things are, maybe you can get a good writer and good people to work with, because we all know what it's like if you don't have good people to work with, and it's not enjoyable, and you can see it in his performance and certain obviously things. So yeah, there's probably a fantasy route down there, but do I want to see him as a superhero? No, maybe a villain. I think a proper villain would be good, but not in a kind of DC Marvel type comic book type thing. I think something else. And not even a game, just something else entirely. But let me know in the comments below what you think. Will Henry be able to successfully have us believing there can be only one? And will he be able to pull off our war cries? No. I'd rather watch him mute with subtitles, to be fair. I think that's what I'll probably end up doing. So no, in all honesty, I don't think so. Will he be able to be our only one? No. Will he be our immortal saviour? Can he pull it off? Well, I think I've just answered that, and that is No, I'm sorry, I don't think so, and I'm not the only person who feels that way. Let us know in the comments below what you think of the news that's been coming out at CinemaCon over the past few days and how you feel about the Highlander reboot actually going forward. Because it literally was in the works for a really long time and they have gone through many actors who were supposed to play McLeod, which I actually hated much more than Henry Cavill. So maybe he's just like the best one out of a bad bunch. Put it that way. Maybe. Who knows? Let us know in the comments below what are you looking forward to from everything that you've seen at CinemaCon so far, and are you happy about the things that we are going to be subjected to in the future from Lionsgate? Because that's who's doing, I believe, yeah, Lionsgate is doing Highlander. So let us know. Do you think I'm being too harsh? Let me know. If you like content like this, remember to go check out Confessions from the Dark Side social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Amazon Music, Spotify, and Buzzsprout. Let us know what you think over in our social medias. Let's get chatting about this topic, all the topics. Let's grow our community and spread how awesome the horror, fantasy, and sci-fi community really is. If you want to get to know us as individuals, then you can check us out in our links below. I am Darcy Darkness, and my channel is Behind the Mash Reviews, and I have a YouTube and Instagram, a Twitch. Yes, I have a kick, but I haven't used it yet. Lunar is Lunar X Rising, and he has a YouTube, a Twitch, and an Instagram. If you need to reach out to us at any point, we do have email addresses that are all Gmail. It's confessionsfromthedarkside@gmail.com for the channel. Darcy, myself, Behind the Mash Reviews @gmail.com, and Lunar is Lunar X Rising @gmail.com. That was Confessions from the Cranky Side. It's better to burn out than fade away. Highlander Edition, CinemaCon 2024. Later.